Recently, I asked a very important question to the agents in our mastermind. So, what does everyone here think about the current market, and what are you doing to navigate it right now? An agent named Tim Pritchett gave us an awesome answer.
Yeah, bring this market on, because if I increase my ad spend and I have fewer agents to compete with, obviously that's gold right there.
Love it. I also asked the agents another very important question. Check it out. What's everyone saying to buyers who are on the fence about buying a home right now, or sellers who are thinking about selling? How do you guys handle that? What advice do you tell them?
Sam just said, if you're going to hold your house for 5 years or longer, yeah, prices will come down, then they'll come back up again. And then at some point, you'll reach a point where it's favorable to refinance.
So those were just a couple snips from a 7-minute collab call with the top agents in our mastermind. I highly recommend you watch the whole thing because we have some high performing real estate agents giving great advice for thriving in this new housing market post COVID. Let's watch it now. What's everyone saying to buyers who are on the fence about buying a home right now, or sellers who are thinking about selling? How do you guys handle that? What advice do you tell them?
Firstly, I tell them that the rate hikes keep coming, and the difference in payment in your rate hike is better to buy now. Even if the price goes lower, your price is probably going to be better than when the rate hike comes. Not guaranteed, but most likely. Because people that bought even at like 5% are happy they did, because their payment's way lower than now at 7%. So this is the trend we're seeing, and it's sooner is better, in my opinion, to act, because the higher these rates go, yes, the prices will come down, but the payments will be higher.
Is it correct to say that if you're looking to hold the house for 5 to 10 years, especially like within that time period, it's going to go up in value anyway? And if the interest rates do go down, you can just refinance?
That's correct logic.
Yeah.
A couple things, if I can jump in. Yeah. So
Please.
I see this as a great opportunity to set yourself apart. What we're doing a lot more of are adjustable rate mortgages. So that's one tool in your toolbox. Some people, some lenders are recommending a 2-1 buy down. I don't like that as much as an ARM. So again, if it makes sense, and again, it doesn't always, but there have been times where there's a 2-point or 1.5-point spread, and it makes a big difference on their payment. And if you're counting on, like Sam just said, if you're going to hold your house for 5 years or longer, yeah, prices will come down, then they'll come back up again, and then at some point you'll reach a point where it's favorable to refinance. And that gives you a whole lot of, and not every lender has them.
Right. So it's also working with the right people, having the right lender.
You're going to tie them to you better, more securely if they're using your lender. Another thought is do more advertising, spend more money on increase your ad spend, because someone wisely said reducing advertising to save money is like trying to stop the clock to save time. It doesn't. We're in a situation where and this is what I'm doing. This is why I joined Sam, even though I've got other marketing going. I can't right now have enough marketing, in my opinion. And then you're just going to, as many of you said, focus on the best candidates, the best buyers, and the best. And lastly, to the point that they're just going to rent it or hold it. Not everyone has that option. Again, some people are super motivated, whether it be due to divorce. They have. There's a group of people that absolutely have to sell, it or not.
I agree with you. Yes, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So let's look at the glass half full, because I saw someone that did a deep dive on when the market goes down. What happens is the ratio of agents to transactions, the number of transactions per agent goes way up, lower market. So let me tell you something. This is really an opportunity, because a lot of agents are going to bail out, and the ones that are left standing will have more deal flow because of that fact. And I saw someone that went back and they did this deep dive, and it totally changed my mindset. It's like, yeah, bring this market on, because if I increase my ad spend and I have a bigger footprint and I have more at bats and there's fewer agents to compete with, obviously that's gold right there. So I saw that on YouTube, that video. I don't even remember who it was, but it's one of these coaches that puts up a lot of YouTube videos, and you probably search it up if you wanted to. But that's really the nuts and bolts of it. What I just told you is that opportunity is actually increased. So keep your mentality, your mental focus, by focusing on that, and forget the negatives. But yeah, there's going to be properties come on the market. There are going to be buyers that have to buy, buyers that are, and as someone pointed out, as a buyer, even at these higher rates, I mean, what's your option? Keep renting? I mean, seriously? I guess some will make that choice, but as we all know, at least in my area, probably the same everywhere, rents go up pretty steeply when the market goes down because of the fact that fewer buyers are buying. So there's more competition for the rental properties that are available. Again, point that out to your clients. Say, yeah, I know it's not the best time from some standpoint, but let me tell you why this might be the best time for you. Because if you continue to rent, like some people, the rents are going up just the last 2 years, it's gone up $1,000 a month. Well, at least you lock in a payment on a house, you know, and then you can refi or whatever down the line when it's favorable. But again, be real careful. I don't like telling them, yeah, in the next couple of years, rates are going to come down. You'll be able to refi. I've heard lenders tell people that, and I always cringe because the truth is they can only do that if they have equity. And it might take more than 2 years for the cycle to bring them enough equity. So those are some thoughts that I had as we were talking.
Sure. I 100% agree with you.
I don't know what market Tim is in, but man, if I'm buying a home, Tim, you're my guy in your market. I love your attitude. I agree with Tim 100%. Sam, I've been doing this since 06. I've been telling people pretty much 7 years is kind of the timeline you need to look at. It's hard to get hurt in real estate in 7 years. If you even bought at the height of 08 at 2015, you shouldn't have broke even. I mean, and if you waited even a little longer, you would have made a lot of money.
Yep.
The only people I've seen get hurt are short term. Every time flippers. I don't know, in my market when I was in Denver, I mean, I'm still there, but when COVID happened, we were not allowed to sell homes. We were not essential. Everyone that was flipping was holding a bridge loan. They can't do construction on it, and they're just, they're getting murdered. Essentially but every time, and even now, people with these rates, they're in a flip, the rate goes up, their flip's not you know what I mean? So short term is where I've always seen people get hurt. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Great
That's
point.
absolutely true. And that's true of everything. That's true of everything. People that get crushed in the stock market. I saw another webinar and the guy's talking about the same sort of thing. Like, don't think short term. The reason you're getting hurt is because you think short term. So anyway, yeah, I think the whole thing really honestly comes down to navigating this new environment in an intelligent way. And this sort of thing we're doing right here today is super good for that, because this mastermind really allows us to come up with some ideas and, share thoughts and keep ourselves tuned up. And, the people that don't do that, they're just going to fall by the wayside. They're just going to, they're going to see the glass half empty or less, and we'll scoop up all their clients too.